Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a little review of the Himi gouache paint. These are the jelly gouache that are super popular on YouTube and Instagram, and I know I'm very late to the game, but yeah, I finally got it. I bought it on Amazon for about 20 euro and it came in this beautiful yellow box. It's very sturdy. I got the 18 wells of jelly gouache and they definitely look like yogurt cakes. I'm not going to get into a full review of the palette as there are thousands upon thousands on YouTube, but yeah, it's a very sturdy palette. I'm really happy with it. It dropped when the postman came, so I can assure this won't break. There's a little leakage of one of the paint, as you can see, but nothing major. I was really worried about the trouble of opening these packets. Every other YouTuber seems to be really afraid of opening them and they seem to be super messy. But to be honest, they weren't. They were actually quite easy to open and they weren't really messy at all, so happy days. As I mentioned, I got the 18 color, but technically they are 17 because the white is doubled. But yeah, there are many colors. I'm very happy with the combination of the palette and the variety, although probably I won't be using any of the greens or the purples. But yeah, this is what you get when you buy a regular standard already made palette. The box, I have to mention, as advertised as waterproof and hairproof, but this actually wasn't, and you can see it's a little squishy when you close it. And yes, of course, as expected, some of the color transferred on the palette, so you may be mindful when you close it to keep it on the same way, not to mix colors. I wanted to try this jelly gouache on a painting that I'm quite familiar with. So here we go. I decided to paint a little portrait. And the inspiration is from a random picture on Pinterest. I have to say that I'm not quite familiar with gouache as a medium. I very seldom paint in gouache and I think I own just a couple of tubes from the designer gouache from Winsor & Newton. So it was quite a challenge to understand the colors and how the paint behaves. So I kind of recognize that I'm applying some sort of watercolor technique here, diluting a lot the paint, although probably the paint itself calls for being used pure without much dilution, so it was quite of a struggle. The consistency of the paint is very much jelly-like. You can tell when you put your brush in the wells that it is squishy, really like a jelly that you can buy at the supermarket. So that was really interesting. I watched thousands upon thousands of review before buying this palette, because of course it's 20 euro, it's not that much, but still it's an investment. If you already know that you don't like gouache generally, buying gouache is probably counterintuitive, but yeah, every single YouTuber will say that the pigment quality is outstanding, and I can confirm it. You can see from the image here, and I didn't touch up the image at all, you can see that the colors are really vibrant, although I'm diluting them a lot. So I'm really happy with that, and I'm sure that with some practice I really can get something nice out of it. As I mentioned, I'm not a gouache painter, and I actually despise gouache. It's so difficult to understand as a medium. You're stacking up layers of colors rather than blending them together. So for example, here if your background is red and you paint with blue on the top, you won't see a purplish color, but you actually see the blue. So you see always the color that stays on the top, the last color that you painted. And that put me into a little bit of artist crisis, as I wasn't expecting that. And more than that is that you need to learn how to use gouache, because it's really a different mindset that you need to put on yourself. You're not blending color, you're more stocking up colors, one on the top of the other. I really don't know if I like it, and probably I don't like this piece very much, but working on it took me about 3 hours to finish, whereas a regular watercolor painting could take me anything from 20 minutes to maximum an hour. So yeah, it was a lot of work to get something that I quite like or that I don't hate completely. But quality-wise, this gouache was amazing and was amazing to work with. I don't want to get into the technicality of the gouache paint. If you are interested, I can link you to some other more qualified artists that actually can give you a full review of the Himi gouache. So please send me a message or a comment down below, and I'll be happy to link you to some of these amazing YouTubers that work with gouache so amazingly and that I am admiring so much. So I'm gonna leave you now to the rest of the painting, and if you enjoyed, please give to this video a little thumbs up. This will massively help me to have some visibility, and as well, if you're new to my channel, I would love you to subscribe and say hi in the comment field. You can find all of my portfolio on my website or on my Instagram account. All the links are below in the description. And I'll see you with the next video. Slán!